Would you all please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance? Would you please lead?
Yes, ma'am. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good evening to my fellow board members.
Good evening, Madam Chair.
And good evening to our town manager, Mr. Scott Crabtree.
Good evening, Scott.
Ladies and gentlemen in the audience and those watching at home. I want to first note that this meeting is being recorded, so you guys can all get a copy of this meeting with you receiving a citation. It's going to be on Vimeo probably tomorrow. There's also a sign-in sheet up there for the people that are having hearings or if they're going to speak during public comment or during correspondence. If you could please sign in, it will really help us with the minutes. The first thing that I want to mention before we introduce our invited guests is to mention that our board met earlier in both executive session and then we came back into open session. 2 votes were taken in an open session. First, the board took a vote to give our town manager a 4.5% retroactive increase beginning August 2023. And the second vote was to give the town manager a retroactive increase of 2.5% starting August 2024. And this was based on the goals and objectives that were set by this Board of Selectmen. With that said, our first item on the agenda is our invited guests. So we have our 2024 District 16 Softball Little League's All-Star Championship teams, both for U11 and U12. And at this time, I would like to invite the coaches and managers of, we'll start with U11, and what's going to happen is the coaches have a copy of the citations. They will read off each citation for each player, and then this board will come out and we'll take a picture, and then we'll do the same thing with U12. So with that said, would the coaches please come to the podium, give your names, addresses, and if there's anything that you would like to say about the phenomenal success of your players.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Good evening.
I'd like to start out by saying congratulations to both teams and their coaches for another successful season. Round of applause, girls. These girls have gone above and beyond with their hard work and commitment to Saugus softball, and I couldn't be prouder. A special thank you to the coaches of the U11 team, Peter Donahue, Kelly Jardulo, and Anthony Kinder, and to the coaches of the U12 team, Stephanie Strout, Chris Macaria, and Natalie O'Donnell. A special thank you to Kevin McTaggart and his team down at the DPW. They were a great support to us this year, and I'm very thankful for all their efforts to make sure that the youth of Saugus had a field to be proud of, especially when we were hosting the away team. So thank you to the DPW and Kevin's team. I'd also like to thank Town Manager Scott Crabtree and the Board of Selectmen for this honor. Saugus Softball Little League is thriving, and our top priority will always focus on building players of strong character through our softball program. Thank you for this honor and for helping these fine young players understand that hard work truly does pay off. Cheers to the 2024 Massachusetts Little League District 16, U11, and U12 champions. You're some of the best players in the state, and you should be proud. Congratulations. All right. So I'd like to start out by calling up Sunny Brammer.
So what I'd like to do,
And if you guys want to hold your applause to the end, we'll be able to expedite this.
excuse me.
Sure.
What I'd like to do first, if that's okay with you, I think each board member would like to address the players.
Of course.
And say a couple of words. I'll start with Selectman Riley.
I just want to say congratulations. I know how hard you've worked to get this far, and your coaches and parents, and look forward to another successful year next year. Hope you keep playing. Thanks.
Thank you. And Selectman Serino.
Yeah, thank you, Madam Chairman. I want to congratulate all the kids out here, young ladies. for being the champs of the town, and the U16 team for the second year in a row. Great accomplishment. I'm honored to be sitting here tonight honoring you. But I'd also like to thank your support system, your parents, your coaches, and of course, President Marissa. What you did for the community, I'm proud of you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. And Selectman Cogliano.
Thank you, Madam Chairman. I'd just like to commend everyone on another successful season, and thank you all for coming tonight.
Thank you. And Selectman Vice Chair Ciccolini.
Thank you, Madam Chair. A lot's been said already, but congratulations to each one of you. What a way to represent our town and make us proud, right? Every year we hope we keep having teams back here representing well. It's a lot of competition out there, and I'm proud of all the coaches, the families, and another shout out to Kevin McTaggart, taking a lot of pride. A lot of pride in what you do, and it shows in the condition of the fields and everything, and it's an awesome feeling, and thank you for all you do in leading the charge as well. It's nice to see Saugus softball back on the map, so.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. And the citation reads from the board. Did you ever turn it the wrong way? And it says, Town of Saugus citation to all persons whom these presents shall come. Be it known that the Town of Saugus sends its congratulations to the District 16 U11 Saugus Softball 2024 Little League Champions All-Stars. The 7th day of November 2024, and it's signed by each one of the board members. And we sincerely congratulate the coaches, as well as the players and the parents. It really does take a village sometimes to do the remarkable work that we do, and I'm so proud of all the work that you all do, including, again, the coaches and the equipment managers, and there's so many people that are involved to make this a success. So what we're going to do right now is the board members are going to come up and shake each one of the players' hands, and then we're going to take a picture, if that's okay with you.
Thank you.
Very good.
No, so they're going to stay up here. You can stay. Yes, that's what I'm assuming. This way? Yeah. Sure. All right. Sounds good. All right, girls, you're going to come this way, okay? And then come down the line and then stand over to the left. And again, if you could hold your applause to the end. So we already called up Sunny Brammer. Congratulations, Sunny. Next up is Reese Bruno. Or we can clap. Sadie Bueller couldn't be here with us. Next up is Braylee Caruso. Cora Cottom. Caroline Donahue. Talia Frasca. Liliana Frandudo. Capri Giardulo. Ari Kinder. Alana McTaggart. And Gracie Niles. And again, I'd like to recognize Manager Pete Donahue and coaches Kelly Giardulo and Anthony Kinder. All right, moving on to U12, we're going to start out with Riley Bruno. Izzy Cantrell. Aubrey DeMonte. Sophia Machado. Sophia McCarrier. Ellie Miranda. Nia Newberry. Jenna O'Donnell. Kendall Powers. Rose Petchak. Hannah Strout. And Mia Ward. And again, I'd like to recognize Manager Chris McCarrier, coaches Stephanie Strout, Natalie O'Donnell, and Marissa DeMonte. Congratulations, everyone.
Mark Vogels here?
You got the cover chair? Yeah. Sure. Madam Chair,
Yes, Selectman Chicalini.
take a 2-minute recess.
That's seconded by the chair. Is there further discussion? Seeing none, we're going to take a 2-minute recess if you players would like to leave. We are now back in session. Under correspondence, we have Black Friday request, Kohl's, 333 Broadway, for extended hours on Friday, November 29, 2024, from 2 a.m. to 6 a.m. Is there anybody here from Kohl's this evening? Seeing none, the board did receive a correspondence from Kohl's, and it's addressed to all 5 selectmen. It says, as you know, the town of Saugus has a bylaw which prohibits the operation of a retail establishment between the hours of 2 a.m. and 6 a.m. without the prior approval of the Board of Selectmen. Kohl's hereby respectfully requested the board approval to allow Kohl's to operate between the hours of 2 a.m. and 6 o'clock a.m. on Friday, November 29, 2024, for Black Friday. Like other major retailers, Kohl's needs some flexibility to meet its competition, including having the ability to extend its operating hours during the holiday season. As a national retailer, Kohl's must maintain standards in every aspect of its business so that its customers can expect the same quality, surroundings, policies, and even hours in each and every Kohl's store. Standardizing hours is very important so Kohl's can advertise to its customers across the nation. So this is something that Kohl's has come before the board and asked for in the past. I think the only thing that we've asked is that, of course, they work with the police to ensure crowd control and safety.
Madam Chairman,
Selectman
it's
Serino.
been past history of the board to allow all the businesses on Route 1 or even in town open up early for Black Friday, so I'll make a motion that we approve the request.
And that is seconded by the chair. Is there further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor of Selectman Serino's motion, please indicate by saying aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carries 5-0. Next, it's time for our first citizens' comments. Is there anybody in the audience who would like to address the board? Seeing none, we're going to move forward on our first public hearing. Notice is hereby given that the Saugus Board of Selectmen will conduct a public hearing on the request Ricardo Cavallo da Silva of Ricassi Executive Transportation Corp., RET Corp., located at 70 Springdale Avenue, Saugus, Mass. 01906 for a livery license limousine. This public hearing will be held in the Saugus Town Hall, second floor, Auditorium, 298 Central Street, Saugus, Mass. on November 7th, 2024 at 7:05 p.m. Would the applicant please come to the podium? Good evening.
Good evening. My name is Amanda Carvalho da Silva, and this is my husband, Ricardo Carvalho da Silva, and together we're requesting a town business license for our black car transportation service that we recently opened.
So you're renting this home, correct?
Correct.
And it looks like from the materials that we received that the owner of the property is approving this business.
Correct.
And you're only going to have 2 vehicles on the property, one for personal and one for your livery.
Correct.
Do board members have any questions?
No.
Do board members have any questions? No?
No. Madam Chair?
Yes.
It's not even question, just comment, based on all the recommendations that we received, that, you know, it seems like nobody really has an issue with it, no problems or concerns. There's a way that we can help a company, you know, continue to do business and operate. I'm all for it.
Awesome. Thank you. We appreciate it.
Thank you. With that said, this is a public hearing. Is there anybody in the audience who'd like to speak either in favor or opposed to this application? Yes, could you please come up to the podium? And if you wouldn't mind signing in too, please, that would be helpful. Thank you.
You can go.
Thank you.
Hi, I live 3 doors down. My name is Nancy Godfrey. I have a 14-month-old granddaughter. Are they going to have a limo on the street? Because their property isn't really big enough to park any vehicles. They have a small driveway, which I know you have 1 vehicle in there. My concern is this vehicle going up and down the street. Kids run out. I have a 14-month-old. My next-door neighbor has a...
See the picture?
Has a 2-year-old.
Yes, I pulled out the same picture.
So it's not a gigantic limo?
No.
No, it's
Are
the
that-
size of, you're not thinking like a big limousine, it's just a regular car,
All
like
right,
an
that's why
SUV.
we're here.
car
That was
service.
what our concern was. We didn't want limos on a tiny street.
Right.
Agreed.
Running up and down.
Yep.
That's all right. It's just a regular SUV?
Right. And they're
we're
not
okay
bringing
with that.
people to their home, they're going to go out and do the job that they need to do, and then they're just going to come back home
All
and
right.
park their car.
I'm okay with that. I just didn't want big limousines running down. You know what I
Sure.
mean? We got a tiny street.
When you
There's a
think
racetrack.
of limousine, you think of a giant stretch.
Exactly, because
And we can even go as far as approving it that it has to fit in the driveway.
yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's the house, and it looks like it's squeezed in there. That's fine.
Okay.
I was just afraid of a big limo with the small children.
Yeah.
That was my concern. Yeah, I'm okay with this then.
Okay.
Very good, thank you.
I do have a question, though.
Yep.
I have a sign that's been there for 30 years that says "Slow children," watch out for children. It's all faded. How do I go about getting a new one of those?
Well,
You
typically...
just did.
Yeah, typically what you would do is you would go through See-Click Fix, which is right on the front page of the Town of Saugus website. You take a picture of it, and then you would say that there was an issue, and the DPW looks at that on an ongoing basis, and they would fix it. But because you just told us, we'll do that for you.
Perfect. It's located at 62 Springdale Ave, my side driveway on the pole. You can't read it anymore.
I could see the town manager writing it down, so that's...
Thank you.
That's great.
Yes, we'll get that done for you.
Thank you.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
Thank you.
I'm good.
What is the sign? Is it slow
Slow
children?
children.
Yes.
It's 62,
Okay,
But it's so faded, it's been there.
okay, thank you.
thank you. Is there anyone else in the audience who'd like to speak either in favor or opposed? Okay. With that said, would somebody like to make a motion to close the public
Madam
hearing?
Chair?
Selectman Chicalini?
I'll make a motion to close the public hearing.
And that's seconded by the chair. Is there further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor of Selectman Chicalini's motion, please indicate by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries 5-0. Selectman Chicalini.
I will make a motion that we grant the request of Ricardo Carvalho da Silva of Ricassi Executive Transportation Corp., located at 70 Springdale Ave in Saugus, for their livery license for a limousine. However, the vehicle, as specified, must fit in the driveway location, won't be parked on the street. Based on all the recommendations, positive recommendations we received, this will be approved effective immediately.
And that's seconded by the chair. Is there further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor of Selectman Chicalini's motion, please indicate by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries 5-0.
Good luck.
Congratulations to you and good luck.
Congratulations, good luck.
Thank you.
I'm going to read this as they're signing in. The next hearing says, notice is hereby given that the Saugus Board of Selectmen will conduct a public hearing on the request of Ms. Christine Bosta, 10 Billoway Way, Linfield, Massachusetts, 01940, for a common victualer's license to operate Bits and Bites by Christine LLC to be located at 488 Lincoln Avenue, Saugus, Mass. 01906, and expanding to 486 Lincoln Ave, Saugus, Mass. 01906, also requesting an increase in occupancy from 12 seats to 30 seats. This public hearing will be held in the Saugus Town Hall Auditorium, second floor, 298 Central Street, Saugus, Mass. on November 7th, 2024 at 7:10 p.m. Would you please come up to the podium? If you could please give your name and address, and if you could sign in too, that would be great. Thank you.
Hi, good evening, everyone. I'm Christine Bautista, and this is my husband. So we're currently located at 488 Lincoln Avenue, Saugus, and we're expanding to 486 Lincoln Avenue.
So as you're signing in, it looks like your current license has you open Tuesday through Sunday from 7:30 a.m. to 2 p.m., and you're looking to be open 7:30 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. to expand that for a half an hour?
So currently, our business hours is from 7:30 a.m. to 2:30 p.m., Tuesdays to Saturdays, and then Sundays, 7:30 to 12:30.
Okay, that is not what your current license, you might be doing that, but that's not what your current license says on it.
Yeah.
So we would like to, would like this, if we take a vote tonight, would like it to reflect the hours that you're open.
All right, okay.
So, Madam Chair,
Selectman
the only
Chicalini?
question I have, if we're going to change the hours, that doesn't have to be advertised specifically?
I think we'll be fine with the
Yeah.
changing hours, because we're,
So what are you looking for? Right now, we have Tuesday through Sunday, 7:30 a.m. to 2 o'clock p.m.
It's supposed to be until 2:30 on Tuesdays to Saturdays, and then Sundays until 12:30.
So Tuesday through Saturday, 7:30 to 2:30, and Sundays from 7:30 to 12?
30.
12:30?
Yeah.
Okay.
Your current license doesn't even allow you to be open on Sundays, so we
No,
just...
it does allow Sunday. It's
It
Tuesday
does?
to Sunday, so it doesn't
Oh,
allow...
Tuesday to Sunday. Oh,
Doesn't
okay.
allow Mondays.
Oh,
Yeah. We're closed on Mondays.
Yeah.
so your Sunday was 7:30 to 2, and you want to, you're 7:30 to 12:30, or did you want to
Yeah.
stay open till 2?
12:30.
12:30. Okay, very good. That clarifies that.
Madam Chairman,
Selectman Sireno?
I have a question. You have 12 seats in your establishment now, but you're taking over the space next door where the shoe
Yeah.
place is, and you want 30 seats there,
No, they're going to go 30 in total.
huh?
They're going to go 30 seats in total.
Oh, 30,
You're
and
going
so
from
12?
12 to
To
30
30,
seats. Yeah.
Okay, so it'll be 12, you're going to keep the 12 in your original establishment, and then add more seats next door, correct? So for a total of 30, okay. When,
That's correct, right?
I drove
You're going
by,
to go to a total of 30 seats.
Total of 30.
Yeah.
I drove by last week, I see the shoe company's still there. When are you expecting them to vacate their spot?
So we're hoping to open by January, but the shoe store is closing this month, November 15th.
Oh, okay, thank you. I visited your establishment several times, about 6, 7 times, and I love your pocket sandwiches, your egg and cheese pocket sandwiches. I've sat in there. The only comment, I think I've spoke to you before about this, is I wish you all the luck in the world, but your place looks closed all the time. I hear that from many, many people. I don't know, you gotta open your blinds or something, but it's great. You got great food there, great pastry, coffee's great.
Thank you.
So I wish you a lot of luck. Thank you.
Thank you.
I assume you're going to take down that metal pull-down?
Yes.
Do board members have any other questions? No? This is a public hearing. Is there anyone in the audience who'd like to speak either in favor or opposed to this application?
Madam Chairman,
Selectman Rowley?
I received a letter from Peter A. Rossetti, who has a business in Cliftondale, and he couldn't be here this evening, but it says, "Dear members of the Board of Selectmen, I regret that I cannot attend tonight's hearing due to illness. However, I would like to support the common victualer's request for bits and bytes and support the expansion request. Cliftondale Square can certainly use a revitalization, and an expanding restaurant would be a significant improvement. Naturally, compliance with all bylaws concerning health issues must be enforced, but I feel this would be a welcome addition to the Cliftondale area. I hope you will support this request." From Peter A. Rossetti, Esquire.
Thank you. We also got a letter from Joe Vacchione, who basically said the same thing. In my absence at tomorrow's meeting, I write in support of the expansion of Bits and Bytes by Christine into 486 Lincoln Ave, currently location of Soul City. Since they were opening in Cliftondale last fall, Bits and Bytes have been an incredibly welcome addition in a long-struggling district in town that is still in dire need of revitalization. So, and then he goes on, so he's also in favor.
Thank you.
Okay, so I asked the question, is there anybody in the audience who'd like to speak? You would like to speak in favor or opposed? No, you have to come to the podium if you're going to speak, please. Thank you. And if you could write down your name and address on there, that'd be great. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Lorenzo. So I've actually lived in Malden since 2006, and at that time there was not a lot of Filipino restaurants, and so to see that Bits and Bytes like opened up a year ago, it's really like a fresh of breath air that I get to support like a Filipino community and a Filipino establishment. I think that I would say I'm in favor for them to expand, because it's not, you don't really see a lot of Filipino restaurants around, and I think that what Christine is doing is it's great for people of our ethnicity and also like people my age, because growing up, like I said, no Filipino restaurant, so it was kind of hard to see or go out and eat Filipino food until I guess last year, and I don't really know Christine that much, but every time I go to her, she always has a smile on her face and always willing to serve anyone. So I happily support what she's trying to expand her business, and hope you guys can also see that.
We won't hold it against you that you're wearing a Yankees hat.
But yeah, that's just coming from someone who goes there almost like every week. So
Very good.
yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Is there anyone else who would like to speak? Seeing none, would somebody please make a motion to close the public hearing?
Madam Chair,
Selectman Chicalini.
I'll make a motion that we close the public hearing.
And that is seconded by the chair. Is there further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor of Selectman Chicalini's motion, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 5-0. Selectman Chicalini.
Madam Chair, I'll make a motion that we grant the request of Miss Christine Bautista, 10 Willoughby Way, Linfield, Mass., for a common victualer's license to operate Bits and Bites by Christine LLC, which will be located at an expanded location, 488 Lincoln Ave, in addition to the current location at 486 Lincoln Ave. We'll be increasing the occupancy to a total of 30 seats combined. And as specified by the applicant, the hours of operation will be Tuesday through Saturday, 7:30 a.m. to 2:30 p.m., Sundays, 7:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m., and obviously subject to all the rules and regulations of the Board of Health in the town of Saugus, as they've been in compliance in their current establishment.
And that's seconded by the chair. Is there further discussion?
Madam Chairman,
Selectman Riley.
I just want to let them know that I'm in favor of this request. You've been a big asset to Clifterdale Square, and I look forward to you expanding and, getting bigger business, and you've just been a great success down there, and I'm very happy for you. Good luck.
Thank you. Congratulations.
We're almost done. Wait. We were discussion. All those in favor of Selectman Chicalini's motion, please indicate by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries 5-0. Good luck to you both.
Good luck.
I think we've all frequented your place multiple times, so we're very happy for you.
Thank you.
I
Delicious.
appreciate all your support. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. You take care. Thank you very
Good night.
much.
Thank you.
Next item on the agenda is the town manager's report. Mr. Crabtree.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Just wanted to say thank you to the board for the earlier this evening. But I do have a few public announcements, just to make sure that the public is aware. The Riverside, the cemetery department has put out a notice, an advisory, that fall cleanup is beginning on November 12th, Tuesday after the holiday. And they're asking if all personal, holiday, seasonal items that residents or others may have out there, if they would like to keep, please stop by the cemetery to remove them before next week. The Cemetery Commission and Cemetery Department are not responsible for any personal, holiday, seasonal items that are not removed from grave sites by the families on or before next week. This is something that's on the website, it's been put out to the public. So just want to make sure that people are aware of that. Also, the Saugus trash recycling collection is running on a one-day delay for Veterans Day holiday, so everybody please remember not to put your trash out on Monday, because if it's windy, it'll be all over the place. So it's a one-day delay so that everybody's one day, and it'll go into Saturday. The Fridays will be on Saturday. Also, just wanted to say thank you to all the town employees and all the families and residents that came out for our town hall trick-or-treat event. I think it was a really huge success. All the town hall employees really got into it this year, and we sort of tried to expand it to the entire school system. We generally had some trick-or-treaters from the youth and rec and library each year, but this is a little bit on a different scale. And everybody's already talking about what we're going to do for next year. So we try to include the businesses and do some other stuff. But we had, I think, somewhere around 250 to 300 children that came through town hall. It was, honestly, it was just uplifting. And I think people in the town hall, as well as the residents, the employees, really enjoyed it. And went through a ton of candy. And we were really, I think, just a great event. And I think we're looking at trying to make that a bigger event and try to add to it, maybe decorating and different things more than what we normally do, and maybe try to get the businesses involved. So,
That's great.
pretty good event.
Town
Very good.
Town hall would make a great haunted house.
Yeah.
A
you
little
know,
more decorations.
up in the attic. But just wanted to say thank you, to everybody, and I think it'll grow for next year. Also, I think that most of you are aware, we talked about this, but we just put something out recently with the capital improvements with the Saugus American Legion building and the Saugus Veterans War Memorial. So it's really been fantastic. It's come out great. We're looking at, I think, taking the sign down. I'm waiting to get the go-ahead with that, of when they're going to do that. They've been, I think, putting lights up this week, but they're going to get the sign down to get changed and bring it up to the Vogue.
Okay.
But the building come out fantastic. We're looking into putting some, the new heat pumps that have AC and heat in the system, in the building upstairs and downstairs. So we're trying to price that out to see, we've had some contractors over there, something that they've asked for, and hopefully we can maybe get for them going into next year.
It does, it looks great.
Yeah,
It really
very good.
does.
Also, just another upcoming work that in the sewer system, subsystem, just to give people aware, Tuesday, November 12th, CDM Smith, which is our outside vendor contractor, will perform warranty inspections on our PS4 sewer substation rehab project that was conducted last year. The inspections of the PS4 sewer subsystem is expected to take 2 or 3 weeks to complete. The areas that they'll be out inspecting, in case you see the crews out there, will generally occur in the areas bounded by Hamilton Street, Hanson Road, Bisbee Road, Fairmont Avenue, and to the Lynn Line. The work will take place between 7 a.m. and 5 p.m. For the inspections, and all efforts will be made for the sewer work off the main roads during, not to be doing it during high traffic times, which is, school and traffic for work. They're gonna do the best they can do. There'll be some police details that would probably have to redirect traffic at times, but wanted to get everybody aware of that. Also want to make the residents aware, work is going to begin on November 19th to collect information to design a sewer rehabilitation project to address sewer substation 2, which is planned for 2025. As we talk about, we do design work one year and construction the next, and then when we're in construction, we're doing design work for the next one. And that's something that the board, as you know, vote when we go out and at town meeting, we take advantage of the different lending incentives for the town with the water and sewer. And then the design work for that will be in the vicinity of the Saugus River neighborhoods between Elm Street, Auburn Street, including Appleton Street, McIntyre Road, Hull Drive, Hargraves Court, Ivy Street, Bridge Street, Lothrop Street, Hamilton Street, and Riverbank Road. And that will take place again between 7 a.m. and 5 p.m. Have details and maybe some detours at times, but they will try to stay off the road during the high traffic areas. So I just wanted to make people aware of that. Also, just if people aren't aware, we did put in some new flashing pedestrian crossing lights installed in Cliftondale Square, Jackson Street, and in the area between Mobile and the banana splits. So I know Corinne and the rest of the board, this is a priority, and we're trying to do the best we can do with getting stuff out there. We do have cameras. I know there was a question about the cameras. We've had cameras out there that are police safety flock cameras, and they've been out there probably 6 to 8 months now. So that's a pretty good tool for if things happen and being able to read the plates for the police department. So we're trying to do what we can. I think overall, I think people, I think are aware of this, and we all drive. The driving and the bikes and the pedestrians has just gotten more complicated, for sure. And there's a lot more traffic, people maybe not stopping at stop signs like we used to. So we just have to try to be safer, but hopefully these will bring a little more safety to the pedestrians. Also, we did have a successful COVID-19 flu vaccination clinic. We had that back in October, back about a week and a half ago, and we had a pretty good turnout. It was open to the public. I mean, I know that these shots are accessible in a lot of places now and pretty easy to get at any local pharmacies, but it was nice to see employees as well as the public coming in. I think we did a total of, it says 53 COVID-19 boosters, 40 seasonal flus, 25 high-dose flu shots. So I would encourage people, if they want to get these, that they should get out and get them. For us, as an employer, it's always good when people get vaccines because it cuts down on passing illnesses and people getting sick and being out of work. So that's what I have for you this evening, and hopefully people get some more information and keep an eye out for things. So don't put your trash out on Monday.
Right.
Well, thank you, Mr. Town Manager. I do like the videos and the announcements that you've been putting out. I think those are very helpful, not just to us, but for all of the residents in town. Do board members have any questions for the Town Manager this evening? Seeing none, we're going to move on to members' motions, and Selectman Riley, I'd like to start with you, please.
Thank you, Madam Chairman. I'd like to make a motion to invite the family owners of the Hammersmith Family Restaurant to recognize their business that has been in operation for 50 years at a future meeting.
And that's seconded by the chair. Is there further discussion? I have a question for you, if you wouldn't mind, Selectman Riley. We talked about bringing in the Continental as well, so our next meeting is November 19th. Because I was going to mention bringing in the Continental on the 19th. Would you like to do, I think both at the same time is probably not the best thing to do. Maybe do one on the 19th and one on the 1st in December? The first meeting in December?
Sure.
Does that sound
Sure.
good to people?
Yeah.
Okay, very good. So your motion is seconded by the chair. We're in discussion. All those in favor of Selectman Riley's motion, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 5-0. Thank you. Do you have anything else to say?
Yes, sorry. Faded out there. Veterans Day ceremony will be held at the Veterans Park, corner of Winter and Central Streets. The ceremony will begin promptly at 11 a.m. on Monday, November 11th. There will be a rolling rally by supporters of our veterans who will drive by the park at the end of the ceremony. Please come out to support and thank a veteran, because this is the day to do that. So we hope we have a great turnout and come here and honor our veterans. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Selectman Riley. Selectman Cogliano?
Thank you, Madam Chairman. I just would like to commend the residents of Saugus for returning President Trump back to office. That's all I have tonight.
Thank you. And Selectman Serino?
Thank you, Madam Chairman. I'd first like to, remind everybody, like Selectman Riley said, about coming out Monday to support the veterans. It's at the corner of Central and Winter Street. And also, I'd like to acknowledge the students at the Belmonte STEAM Academy. We had the opportunity, myself, the town manager, and Selectman Panetta, to attend Selectman Riley attend the ceremony that the students put on for the veterans. They had about 12 veterans there, and they get up and they sang and asked the veterans questions, and it was really a nice event. I went last year also, and I want to thank them for that. And then the Halloween at Town Hall, Mr. Manager, I heard from a lot of parents with kids. It was a big hit, big success. They really had a great time.
Just wait till next year.
Yeah, whoever thought of that idea, thank them.
Somebody that works in my office.
Yeah, okay.
She's pretty good at that
Mike,
stuff.
you should dress up next year.
I might.
You
I
should.
might, yeah.
You could be in the haunt- you should be in the
dress
haunted
up.
house.
You make a good Uncle Festa. But, hey, and finally, Hammersmith, I want to congratulate the family for 50 years of feeding the community in Saugus. The restaurant business is a tough business, and 50 years is an incredible accomplishment. And I want to thank Debbie and Peter and the entire staff who worked there over the years for your hospitality. Thank you.
Thank you, Selectman Serino. Selectman Vice Chair Ciccolini?
Thanks, Madam Chair. Short and sweet, just some kudos to the DPW crew. I see, it's amazing, Town Hall lawn still doesn't have any leaves on it, but I actually see them putting up Christmas lights already, which is pretty exciting. So just pass along, I know that we had a few calls in the last couple weeks, and obviously well appreciated on the quick repairs and things that needed to get done. So if you could pass along.
I'll pass it along,
that
thank
would
you.
be Great.
They work hard.
That's all I had, Madam Chair.
Thank you,
Madam
Selectman
Chairman?
Ciccolini.
Madam Chair?
I also wanted to comment on the trick or treat. I thought that was phenomenal. I only went to stay for like a half an hour, and I stayed for just about the whole time. I thought that the costumes that the different workers came up with were great. The town manager's office was Toy Story, and our town manager was Buzz Lightyear. It was fun. It was great. The kids really enjoyed that.
Selectman
And so did the
Cogliano, I
parents.
heard, showed up too. He was dressed up a little bit.
Next time
Someone
I'm
said
gonna-
he was there. And someone said he was there. I didn't know, I didn't see him, but someone said he was there for a little while.
I also agree with Selectman Sereno. I thought that the ceremony at the Belmonte Steam Academy, they just did a terrific job honoring our veterans. So thank you for your service, and thank you to the Belmonte Steam Academy for that. The Meg Tree Festival, which is always a fun time, that is going to be held that's at 5458 Essex Street. And this is their 14th Christmas Tree Festival fundraiser. And that's going to be held on Fridays and Saturdays, November 8th, 9th, 15th, and 16th from 3 to 8, and Sunday, November 10th from 12 to 5. It's always a good time. And with that said,
I do have one thing, but before you conclude,
of course.
but I don't want to cut you off. I didn't know if you were going to.
No, that's fine. Go ahead, Mr.
So one of the things I just wanted to announce, we're in the process of doing it now, but we have the lead and copper rule. I don't know if you remember, we had an article that went into town meeting. So we're in the process, but EPA forces us to actually send out letters to identify what type of water service you have in your house. So expect letters coming out. We may be asking people to take pictures of their water service so that it would help us identify what we have and what we don't have. We have to replace anything that's not, with the lead, that are lead pipes. So that's something that everywhere in the country is doing, but we expect that letters will be coming out soon, just to, hopefully the residents will look at it. There's ways to do it so that they don't actually have to come into the residence. And I think we've identified about 70%, which is pretty good, of what we know, what are in people, going into people's houses. So that's part of that. I just wanted to give, a heads up that be expecting something like that soon.
Thank you very much.
Madam Chairman?
Selectman Riley.
I'm sorry, there's a few other things I wanted to say. I thought we were going to go into members' comments, and I...
That is fine. Go ahead.
So I just wanted to thank and know this to the Saugus Fire Department, that we're thinking of them and their continued work on these wildfires that have been going on for the last couple of weeks. I'd like for them to make sure they keep safe, and I'd like to ask everyone to be aware of throwing down a lit cigarette. I see it all the time, and it's so dry, it doesn't take much, so please be aware of that. And I also want to thank Town Clerk Ellen Shenna and everyone that was involved in the election, because it was a big turnout, and I'm sure they worked very hard. And I just wanted to thank them for their work, and to congratulate everybody that won on Tuesday, and look forward to working for state and our local delegation. So that was it. Thank you.
No, thank you. And I was going to mention something about Ella Shenner and the team. I think that they did a great job with the election this year, so thank you for bringing that up. I also want to thank SCTV for being everywhere. They've really stepped up, and they're videoing just about every event that we have in town, so thank you. So we next have the approval of minutes, October 17th, 2024. Do I have a motion?
Madam Chairman, I'll make a motion we approve the minutes of October 17th.
And that is seconded by the chair. Is there further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor of Selectman Sereno's motion, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries 5-0. We now come to our second citizens' comments. There's one person. Would you like to speak? Nope. It is now time for making a motion to adjourn.
Move, Madam Chairman.
And that is seconded by the chair. All those in favor of Selectman Cogliano's motion, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 5-0. Hope everybody has a wonderful evening. Good night.
Good night,
Good night, everyone.
everybody.